Hi, my name is Priyank Patel. Today we are going to discuss about Microsoft Azure. It is my research project. Who am I? I have completed my Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology. Right now I am studying in a post-graduation program in a computer application security. Uh, what is the Microsoft Azure? It is a cloud computing service provider. It was launched on February 1st in 2010. Provide multiple services. It In this presentation, we are also going to discuss about vulnerability, attacks, and their customer. Who are their customer? The first of all, we discuss about the services. Which type of services are providing by the Microsoft Azure Cloud? In the Microsoft Azure Cloud, they provide service as a software as a service, platform as a service, network as a service, and database. They also provide DevOps and security tools and security centers also available. They provide multi-factor authentication. So Microsoft Azure is not only a tool, but it is a big platform. They have a number of features they have to provide the customer. What are the who are the customer? 90% of the Fortune 500 companies use Microsoft Cloud. Why these all the companies are using Microsoft Cloud? Because Microsoft Cloud providing the security, and this all companies are doesn't require to pay maintenance cost because they use virtual machine, virtual service. They only pay money what they use and how much they use. So they doesn't require to pay for maintenance cost or buying new devices. So this is the big advantage. And nowadays we can hear about number of cyber attacks on the number of companies, and as a result they lost their data. So because of this reason, number of company wants as an umbrella to protect them from cyber attacks. So they doesn't worry about their data. These all things are providing this the Microsoft Cloud provides the security for their data. So this is the big advantage. But right now number of customers are going on the cloud platform, so there is the very high risk of the attack. So moreover, there are number of the biggest vulnerability in the system is that here I mentioned two vulnerabilities. The first one is Azure App Service remote code execution. This vulnerability execute at Azure app in the Azure app. Azure stack fails to check the length of the buffer prior to copying memory to it. Means Azure stack fails to check the buffer of the code. At the result, attacker get unprivileged. Attacker can run unprivileged function on the system on the cloud, and and moreover execute code in the context of anti authority and system, or a system. It means this code is run in the system in the context of anti authority, and they escape the sandbox. This way attacker can get one exploit this vulnerability, and attacker creating as a free user, and it runs in a cloud as a free user. So it can run a malicious activity. They have a privileges. So and uh, it also requests to the Azure Stack portal, and it also run unauthenticated HTTP request. So this is the biggest vulnerability in the cloud, in the Azure cloud. And in NIST it is recorded as a CVS score 10 point. So we can say that it is the biggest vulnerability. The second vulnerability is Azure Stack spoofing. It means that Azure Stack doesn't validate. Azure Stack does not validate certain requests. At that moment, spoofing flow exit. Attackers sends crafted request to the Azure Stack. At the same time, Azure Stack doesn't validate this kind of request, and at that moment, attacker can get access of the system. This is the second vulnerability, which is recorded as the biggest vulnerability, as a biggest vulnerability in the cloud, in the Azure cloud. Due to this, attacker gain access of the Azure Stack portal, and it also authenticated it also run unauthenticated HTTP request, and moreover it also a snapshot of the infrastructure of the other tenant. So they can take data of other system, other companies data, how they run, what are the infrastructure they use, and they can know about the backdoor and many things. So this is the also one type of another vulnerability we can discuss it. uh, we can also, which type of attack we can perform on the system, on the cloud network. Here we can going we can see that man in the cloud attack. This is the new type of attack which is run on the system. For this attack we require three steps. First of all, we require to install switcher tool, means it is a malicious code we require to install in a victim device. We can install this device by phishing email and social engineering. Once we install this device in the victim system, then this tool run do their work. How can they do work? It requires two token. First one is authorized token of victim and generated new authorized token. It means we also know that Microsoft OneDrive it also run on a authorized token. So in Microsoft platform, we know that once we authenticated, means we have installed our password. Then second time we does not require password. We require only authorized token. So malice attacker first of all install this tool into the system, into victim system. Then it generate new token for which is already generated by attackers. Then after uh, this tool this tool moves uh, victims token, authorized token, into the synchronized folder of the cloud. And after that device when victim device next synchronized, then all the data of the victim device goes into the attacker's device. And at that time, that that way original account token already revealed into the system of the attackers. So this tool copy this authorized token of the of the victim, and then it move back, it return, it copy backs also authorized token of the victim into in their previous system. So then after this tool also erase all the data breach, all this malicious activity, clean the all this activity, and their trace and logging all this, and then attackers have full access because they have authorized they already authorized by the victim authorized token. So this way attackers can get access of the system. So this is the one type of attack we can perform. In this attack we require three things: switcher tool, authorized token, and generated new token. So this is the Microsoft Azure. This is the limited content for this project, but it is good. And thanks for giving me a chance to represent myself. Thank you a lot.